What came first, the depression or the depressing thoughts? We may never be able to answer that question, but it does appear that in some cases, if we have the ability to change someone's thoughts, we can make their depression go away. Now, this doesn't work all the time, but it does work sometimes. Everyone lives in a different reality. The reality that we live in is the reality that is inside of our own minds. No one experiences objective reality outside of their own brains. For some people, reality is a terrible place where everyone is judging them and hating them and waiting to hurt them and take advantage of them. For other people, reality is a wonderful place full of people waiting to be their friends and all these wonderful opportunities and people with good intentions. And for others, it's somewhere in between the two. Some people live in a reality where they are a horrible person who never deserves to be happy. And others live in a reality where they're an amazing person and they deserve to be happier than anyone. As far as we can tell, there are certain thoughts or beliefs that are completely non-conducive to happiness. Think of it like a fire. In order to have a fire, you have to have a spark, you have to have fuel, and you have to have oxygen. You also need to not have certain things like water. If you have the right quantity of these three things and you don't have the added things like water, voila, you have fire. Certain thoughts are a bit like water. If I'm always thinking about death, or I'm always thinking about something bad that happened to me in the past, or I'm always thinking about what an awful person I am and how much I don't deserve to be happy, it's going to be almost impossible for me to be happy. That's like expecting to get a fire while I'm dumping water onto it. To the contrary, if I was actively thinking about how I was the most amazing person in the world and everything in life was fantastic, it'd be pretty hard for some people not to be happy. I have to reiterate here that depression is very complex and every situation is different. And for some people, it is not as simple as changing your thoughts, okay? So do not generalize people. Besides, changing your thoughts is really hard to do. But if you are able to identify some thoughts or beliefs that may be inhibiting your happiness potential, and you can identify these and you have the ability to change them, it could change your life. Little clue here though. Your thoughts are going to be dramatically impacted by your surroundings, and that includes people. If you're around people that are very negative, it's going to be very hard not to be negative. Next, I'll talk about behaviors.